um, parasomnias. I'm going to talk about that. That is something that explain weird things happen. They do happen when you sleep. But what I'm going to do is transform everything so you'll understand when a lot of people say, "Are you asleep?" or "Are you awoke?" or "You awake?" All those things that people talk about. But I'm going to take it from this side so that you'll pretty much know what I'm talking about. So let's get started. So now this is what I want to talk about. First of all, I got a song coming out called I Am Free. And what that song is talking about is being free from within yourself. And the song is based on a struggle that I had with myself on the inside and the outside. So as I begin to pretty much understand what was going on, I understand out here on this side that I'm standing up under the power of God, which is on the inside. So there was a struggle. And we go through struggles like this, and we think it's other people, but it's really the struggle is within yourself because there's good and evil, which is good on the outside. They're good on the inside, evil on the outside. So that's two separate ones. Out here is evil. Inside is good. So I was going through a struggle, and that's what that song talks about. But in the end of the struggle, I am free. So I'm saying that to say that if you start getting into yourself, you would know what freedom really means. And it's not that you have to be nice. It's not that you have to be real. And a lot of people don't like it, as I can see. They don't like it. And a lot of people will not respond, but they know that it's real what's being said. So I've noticed that, especially on my Facebook page and all the other stuff. But I know that the seed has been planted, and we all need to be free so we can get to where we need to be on this earth inside. Okay, because we move. So I'm going to be talking about sleep. Now I'm going to go over some things. It's like confusional arousement that happens when you're asleep. Check this out. Now I'm going to be taking this from self, and then I'm going to mix it up with what I'm talking about. But this is the real thing they talk about on the outside. I'm going to deal on the inside. But on the outside, it said if you wake up feeling disoriented or acting strangely, you're speaking slowly or are answering questions weirdly, you could be experiencing a confusional arousement. Now, this is what I'm saying when you sleep. You know, when you wake up in the morning, somebody wake you up and you sleep and you like, they're asking you something and you don't really know what's going on because it's confusion. This is sometimes called sleep drunkenness, but it's less fun that it sounds. Confusional arousement usually happens when someone wakes you up during the first third of the night when you're engaging in the NREM stages of rest, and sometimes called slow wave sleep. According to the AASM, while experts don't know for sure what happens in the brain during slow wave sleep, it's thought to help the brain recover from the day. Now, I'm going to tell you what this means. This means that you're in the astral world when you're asleep because your body your inner side leaves. So, and what I mean, a lot of people are asleep. Even though I'm awake right now, and I'm awake on the inside. But there's a lot of people that are awake on the outs. I mean, on the outside. They're asleep on the outside and not awakened on the inside. So when you're not awakened on the inside, and somebody trying to tell you something, and you confused, it's like, what is he talking about? Because you're asleep on the inside. So the same thing works. What I just read to you, when you wake up, somebody waking you up in the middle of the night and you sleep and you confused and like what's going on, that's because the inside has left and been and it's trying to get back, so it can, get back in time because you're in a certain time. When you go into the astral world, you're in eternity. When you're on this side, you're here and it's limited right here, but it's unlimited on the inside. So, with that being said, that's going on. There's three things going on. And so, this arousing of the when you're asleep and you just, asleep meaning if I'm trying to tell you something that's going on around you and you are asleep, you won't get it. But if I keep telling you, you'll start being confused, like, what is he talking about? Because you asleep. So now it's time to wake up. Because if I tell you something, or not just me, but if anybody that's awakened and they're trying to tell you what's going on around you and you get confused and you don't understand and you think that it's not right or you're confused, anything like that, then that means that you're still asleep. So that person is trying to wake you up to what's going on the outside, if you know what I mean. Now, sleepwalking, this NREM parasomnia, also called sonambulism, typically involves getting up and stumbling around while you are asleep. Now, this is on the outside. Just as with confusional arousal, sleepwalking happens during those partial arousals when some areas of your brain are awake while others are not. When a person sleepwalks, some people of the brain that manage higher level functions, the memory or planning, like the cerebrum and the cerebral cortex, appears to remain offline. This means that the behavior sleepwalking exhibits intends to be pretty basic. Now, sleepwalking, when you're sleepwalking and you're really sleep, but you're up because you're up in the astral world and your body hadn't really gotten back into the spirit hasn't really gotten back into this body. So you just up doing the same thing that you're doing within, but you're up on the outside. So you're able to go to the bathroom, you're able to do whatever you're doing. You can walk outside because within is still up, and but you're asleep on this side, but you're up on the inside and the outside, but you sleep on the outside. I hope y'all get it. Just follow me with it. And so now when we transform this over, because remember, you got to transform. So when you transform this over to sleepwalking, then again, a lot of things are going on in the world. People trying to tell you, but nobody's listening because they are asleep. And then they're sleepwalking because they're walking around like zombies because they don't know what's going on. But on the inside, things are trying to alarm you, but you're asleep on the outside and you're fussing and fighting and say, oh, this ain't going on. Then you get into battles, but this ain't going on. But if something is going on, you have to know this stuff from within in order to know what's going on the outside. But if you don't know what's going on within, then you're going to follow the crowd and be sleepwalking on the outside, just like now. So you can figure that out. But so a lot of people are not awakened to it. And you have to be awakened from the inside, not the outside. So if you're sleepwalking, I'm telling you now, when somebody gives you some information and you don't pretty much understand it, that's confusion. So you have to really go within and be like, what is they talking about? And stop walking around sleepwalking because you really don't know what's going on. First, you're confused, then you're sleepwalking. And then that way, when you sleepwalk, people can control you and you can start doing things that's really going to mess you up on the outside. Now, sleep talking. Okay, as the name suggests, sleep talking or samaloqua, samaloqua, saniloqua is a parasomnia that involves talking in your sleep. Though through this talking can range from moans and nonsensical words to monologue and conversations. It can happen during any stage of sleep. And the lighter the sleep stage, the more likely you make sense, according to the National Sleep Foundation. Researchers aren't exactly sure what causes someone to sleep talk, but they suspect, now listen, they suspect that it's specific parts of the brain that keeps us from chattering in our sleep might essentially wake up and allow us to talk. Now, let's flip it over. When you're sleep talking, you're in the spirit world. And I'll say when you go, when we, I've been, so when you go through the spirit world, you're in a world like in your sleep, in your body sleep, but you're inside, you're waking. So you left your body and you actually talk through your thoughts. So when you're talking through your thoughts, to whatever is going on in your world of the sleep, when you're in the astral world, the heavens from within. Then if you're talking, then you're saying things in your thoughts to somebody that you're talking to in your thoughts when you're in the astral world, and then you're bringing it out on the outside, but you're thinking it. So everything is reversed. You're thinking, let me get it right. So you're thinking when you're speaking in your thoughts on the inside, but when you're talking on the outside, your thoughts on the inside are murmuring. So it's reversed. Okay. So everything is reversed. So even though like anything that you go through is reversed, if I wave my hand like this, it's something in that I need to get that's reversed. So every situation you go through is reversed, especially if you are sleepwalking, sleep talking, and arousal while if you're asleep. So if you are asleep, remember everything is reversed. And sleep meaning you don't understand what this person is talking about. So in that case, you got to reverse it to where you can understand. Then once you understand, then you reverse it so you can understand what's going on. And a lot of this may not, you may be asleep now and don't know what the heck I'm talking about. But I'm trying to explain to you that that's why I'm going with both sides. That when you're sleep talking, you sleep out here in your bed, sleep. When you sleep talking, then you're astral projecting in the spiritual world. So in the spiritual world, you talk with your thoughts. Okay. In this plane, you're actually talking with this frequency, with this voice, and we all figured it out, and they gave us all this, what I'm saying now, all this, you know what I mean when I say all this. But really in the heavens it's murmuring. So it's like, well, no, in the heavens it's thought talking, because you don't even open your mouth when you don't even use this. Everything is in your thoughts. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Sleep relating eating disorder. People with SHRED, that's what they call it, sleep relating eating disorder, partially wake up during the NREM sleep and being often on combinations of high calorie, high carbs, high foods. According to the Mayo Clinic, many people with SHREDs have an episode nearly every night. They just eating up some, just eating all kind of stuff. Risk factors include having an eating disorder such as bulimia or anorexia. So you can go both ways. You're not eating. Wait, let me make sure. It says combinations of high calories. So you're eating high calories. Okay. Or eating disorders such as bulimia or anorexia, a mental health condition such as anxiety or depression, and a history of sleep talking, according to the Mayo Clinic. But SHRED, which is sleep relating eating disorder, because of the shame or embarrassment, which could then cause you to undereat or overexercise the next day. So that's all within, because you're asleep on the inside and you're not awakened on the outside. Now, on the outside, they're saying the sleep relating eating disorder is because of your, if it's anorexia or you're eating too much, high cholesterol, high carbs, high food, according to the Mayo Clinic. Now, according to within, you're eating too much. Okay. And within, when you eat too much, you're eating too much junk that's on the outside. So you got to clean up the inside. And if you're asleep, this is the time to listen so you can wake up and start cleaning up the inside, because you want to clean all that inside up so that you'll be able to be awakened, so that you can move and you won't have anxiety. You won't have the sleep disorder, because you'll start learning that there are two of you. There's one on the outside, there's one on the inside, spiritual and carnal minded. So it's two separate things, what we call the flesh. It's two separate things that's going on. So I hope you walking with me, because this is something that we all need to do so that we'll be able to eat the right food on the outside. We won't be listening to what everybody's saying. We'll only listen to what's going on the inside. which is connected, which is God, which is you. The power of God is in you. So on the inside, you are God. On the inside, on the inside. Let me make sure that's clear. On the inside. Let me say it again. On the inside. On the inside. Not on the outside. That's the flesh. But within you, it said, it is he that is within me. Okay. Now that's what Jesus said. So if he is within you, then you are it. Tag, you're it. Not on the outside, only on the inside. I'm saying that because people are going to say, child, he was on it. Child, he was on it. Tell me he God. I know how people do. So I'm telling you. So what you got to do is only on the inside. When you wake up, you meet the creator, which is within you, which is you. Because the flesh is dead, is sleep, gone. So if you're asleep, you're just a zombie like. So I'm trying to get you on the inside. Everything is on the inside. Now here's another one. Don't forget, I didn't say you was God on the outside, which is the flesh. It's only on the inside. Okay, that's where the Father is, in you. It ain't up here. It's in you. That's how you move. And then you'll be able to see with your eye on the inside what's going on in the world, in the government, in your life, in everything that you are voluntarily doing out here on the outside. Okay? People try to take and brainwash you with the outside that it's the inside, and inside is outside. No, the inside is the inside, which is the power of God that is within you. You, the flesh is not God. Let me make that clear. It is the power that is within you is God. It is he that is within me. Now, that's what Jesus said, if you read the Bible. But I'm just telling you, so we've been brainwashed and brainwashed. Boy, when I started meeting the power of God, I was like, wow. So you mean to tell me it's reversed? Yes. Okay. Sexomnia. Let me see what this about. Now, mind you, I haven't read this, so I'm looking at it. I'm just getting it from the inside when I learn on the outside. Now, yes, if you have sexomnia, let's see what this about. You can have sex, moan, thrust, masturbate, or engage in any other number of sexual activities in your sleep. The NREM prosomnia describes sexual behavior that happens during sleep, according to the American Sleep Association researchers. Aren't quite sure what I tell you what's going on. Aren't quite sure what's causing it. Though, see, no, they won't know because you got to be on the inside to know what's going on. So all these are just they're practicing medicine, practicing things. Okay. Have also diagnosed with other NRM sleep parasomnia. As it's true with many other parasomnias, one potential danger here is to injury to yourself or someone else that can be other consequences too. If you're having sex with the partner while partially asleep, consent is not possible. In some instances, sexomnia has been discussed in sexual assault and rape cases. Okay, now this is what's going on. Okay, on the inside, okay, when you are astral projecting, you're meeting other people that are astral projecting. Okay, follow me. And when you meet people that are astral projecting, when you actually go within yourself and you leave your body and you are asleep here on earth, on this planet, the spirit part moves all the time. So your spirit man is out of the body and you talk through your thoughts. So you're talking to other people, which is also astral projecting. When that happens, you can be intimate, you can be all of that. So the reason why they don't know that little niche is because they haven't astral project in the spirit world. So in the spirit world, you can have sex in the spirit world And it's all through your thoughts. That's why the Bible says, guard your thoughts. They didn't teach us this. This came from within. This is where I'm getting all this from. So if you disagree, go within yourself and you speak to it yourself. Don't listen to me. Go and follow, go and meditate, get within yourself, and then you astral project because you do it every night. You just don't know it. So this is why it happens. And what they're saying is that a lot of people are raped because a lot of people, now you can astral project while you're up. You can be up, you can, and I'm going to tell you this what happened to me. One of my friends, I won't give her name, but she know if she listening. I said, let me try something. I'm going to astral project because I want to see where you live. Okay. So I did. I've never been to her place. So I saw everything that, and actually she was sitting right next to me and I was telling her about her place that I've never been to. And she said, yeah, yeah. I said, okay, I see the mailboxes lined up. It's like 4 or 5, and then down the street, and I see the trees. I've never been to this place, only in astral projection. So that was happening. I was awakened. I was up talking like we doing now. And I just started meditating within, and I saw where she lived. And what I did, I went up a road that was not where she lived because she lived on the left. So this weekend, didn't know I was going, coming from a place, and just happened to get her address and stop by there. The same thing I saw in astral projectioning while she was sitting right there with me, and I wasn't asleep because I've been practicing this. I actually saw where she lived, and I saw the little road that goes up where I thought she lived, saw the mailbox, saw all of that stuff, and then I saw her place to the left. And she can tell you if you want to hear it, I'll bring her on so you can see that you can do this. This is power that's in us, and it's only to help each other. And so what happened when I said that and went there, it was like, like a little kid. Wow, man, this is really true. Because I didn't even believe it. And I'm sitting up here doing it. And the reason why I didn't believe it, because it's not me. It's the power that is within me, which is God. See, there's a difference. There's the flesh. I didn't believe it. But then there's me on the inside, which is the power of God, okay, which is connected to me. We are one. That's the marriage, okay? So I started, I'm like, man. So I'm all excited. I'm ready to do it again. But you really have to take your time because this just happened. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out on the outside what happened. But on the outside in this, you'll never be able to understand that. It's only from within. So I'm saying that. And now, how you have sex from within, I told you the first part. But the real sexual thing you have within is when you're intimate within. That's the sexual part. But there's 3 things now. There's outside. There's what you can do in the world, in the inside world, the astral world, and then there's intimacy within yourself, so that you can get to that part. And it's not the sex that we're talking about on the outside. It's the intercourse. Intercourse. You enter the course of things that you're doing in life. Intercourse. Okay. And that's what you do from within. You're intercoursing with the things that you create from your mind, from what you want to do in life. See, that's the sexual part within. But because of man, and you see, that's why it's perverted. But really, on the outside, is really supposed to be good for within. But it's been so perverted, and everybody, with the kids and all this kind of stuff that's going on. But once you see this from within, you'll be able to walk away from all of this stuff, and you won't have to deal with that from within. Now, you're going to see it on the outside, like we see today. We see all of the things that's going on with the sex trafficking. I'm actually working with someone with sex trafficking that's helping. I'm doing my little part, trying to help, And so those are the things that we see on the outside, but it starts from within. So when you learn from within, see, there are certain things you can do from within. People can astral project and don't know it and create all this crazy stuff. That's why you got to know you. So if you know you and you don't do all that crazy stuff. See, a lot of things are happening. It's unknown. It's unknown because they don't know that this exists. But when it happens out here, you go into prison. So you need to know who you are so that all these things you can be acquainted with it and it won't happen. Because once you know you, that's the power. And if you don't know you, they know you. So you go into jail. And you're only going to jail because you don't know you. So you just feel good. So you out here doing this within, and then you get caught up in stuff on the outside, which is very evil and wicked, good and evil, good and evil, good on the inside, evil on the outside, which is this. So now let me keep it moving. Okay, night terrors. 1 second you're lying in bed, the next you're shrinking, kicking, thrashing, and shouting, things that other people can't understand. Then, when you awake, all you can remember is the horror. This is a typical night terror of sleep terror episode. This NREM parasomnia occurs when a person is transitioning from the deepest stage of NREM sleep into the REM sleep. The AASM explains, unlike nightmares, which often have a narrative structure that you remember when you wake up. During night terrors, most people report only remembering a feeling of all-consuming fears. Sleep apnea can be a contributing factor because it prompts those partial arousals, according to the Mayo Clinic. Now, night terrors are things that happen. It could be things from your past. It could be things that you're thinking about. It could be something you ate, and it causes all these things that happens on the inside, because on the inside is peaceful, joy, love, but on the outside, you're controlling the outside. So whatever's going on the outside, all the things that you see that's evil and all of that, that's what's pretty much is stopping you from getting to the inside. Because if you're going through nightmares and you're upset and you're worried, you're never going to get to the inside. So those are called gatekeepers from within. You got gatekeepers out here and you got gatekeepers inside. Now, the ones that are out here are connected to the ones on the inside. So they know astral projecting. So they're going to keep you from getting into you, because you need to get to you. There's a gatekeeper. That's why it says, and they use the metaphor, Jesus is the light. So if you connected to the light, then you won't have all these issues on the outside or on the inside. You have to have the light. And the light, what they call Jesus out here, is not the same Jesus in here. They just use that. It's a metaphor because it's a process that you go through to get to the power, what we call Jesus, but it's from within. Okay? It's not that man on the picture. It's not that man on the picture. That's all from within. That's just a name that they can identify with. Now, this coming from within, because I'm learning as this is spoken through me. So I'm just letting you know that the things that you think, it's not real. You only go from within. So the Jesus on the inside is the connection. It's the light, not the one on the outside. Okay, that's just to confuse you, but it will lead you if you know the one on the inside, because you got to compare the two. Okay, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. So it's really up to you. Don't listen to me. Go back within yourself and you get your truth, because this is what's been coming to me from within. And everything is from within is love, joy, peace, kindness. All the stuff out here that they're teaching and causing confusion with people. This one ain't good. That one ain't good. Don't go to this one. Don't go to that one. It's all a nightmare. All of us should be getting along and moving along on the outside. But because you got this believe in Jesus, this one don't, this one here, this one that one that, it's all confusion because a lot of people are asleep. When you awaken, you will know it. You'll know, because the power is from within. Yes, there's a Jesus, the name is a metaphor that they use, which is a power, a force that leads you to the door, the light, all of that. The door, not this door that's to get in this room, the door from within. There is a door from within and there is a light, not this bright light, but the light that's within you. You know, when someone clicks on, like, okay, if you know something and you in the dark about it, and then someone come up and, yes, this was such and such did. Now you think that you gossiping. Let's use this. You gossiping and don't know what you're talking about. Then you saying this, that, this, and the other, but you don't know. So you asleep and you just talking and gossiping about the person. And then someone come and flip the light on and say, this is what happened. Here are the pictures. The light is on. That's the light. Not this is the picture. It's just when that click come on, oh, that's what happened. Then you know everything you said was you were sipping. Go sipping. You're gossiping. So you don't know what's going on when you're gossiping. You're making things up as you go, or you think you know, but you don't. That's living on the outside. Living on the inside, you gonna know, and the light gonna come on. You're gonna say, somebody bring you the picture. Oh, this what happened. Because you can see it with both of these eyes on the outside. Then you'll know on the inside, oh man, I was just sitting up here, and we know we do that. But okay, here we go. A few more. Sleep paralysis. Few things sound more terrifying than waking up not being able to move and being convinced a demon is sitting on your chest. Unfortunately, for people with sleep paralysis, this might just be another night. This REM parasomnia involves being unable to move your body for a few seconds or minutes when falling asleep or waking up. Now, let me tell you, when you fall asleep, that inside ready to go, because the inside, the spirit moves. The body's sitting there asleep, you know, you resting, and whew. Soon as you get that, that inside, it's going to do some work for you to make things better for you, because you haven't acknowledged him yet. You see what I'm saying? So the inside is constantly working on your behalf. Boom, it's gone. So when you come back, when you wake up and you can't move, that's because the power is coming back to, you know, within you. Because that power is going out, making plans for you, setting things up, doing what thus saith the Lord, doing everything that you're supposed to do, your mission, but you don't know your mission yet, but it's setting things up. Sometimes you go there, you go there, you go here, you go there. You don't know why you're going. That's because the power in you has already made plans for you, already set things up for you, but you just don't know it. And you sitting there, sleep on the inside and the outside, sleep. So now we have to wake up, because when you are awakened, you'll know that you go to sleep at night. And if you be paralyzed, then you'll know, oh, the spirit is coming back now, the power of God within me. Because I just got up all of a sudden. You'll know these things. So you won't be sitting there, I can't move, doing all of that, because because I'm telling you, because there's a power that's within you. It's not just within me, it's in all of us. And you can use that power for whatever you want, good or evil. But believe me, when you learn this power and you get into it and then you do evil, then there are going to be some problems that you're going to go through from within, from your life, when your life is pretty much not dead, but you're going to have to be accountable for those things that you've done in this body. That's scriptural. But they don't tell us that. They just make us think that it's on the outside that's going to be. No, you learn this power and you start using it. There is a power that's over that power, which is the power that is within you. It's energy and force. And it's nothing to be afraid of, because if you awaken, you know you ain't going to do that unless you backslide. You go back and know that you got this power and then start doing stuff to people. Now, if you do it ignorantly, like gossiping and stuff, and you don't even know about this, but as soon as you get the power, you're going to stop all of that, because the inner voice going to say, now you know. That's why I had to apologize to people. Because you become humble under the power. You see, the flesh is subjected. So the flesh will be subjected to that power. That's what it really means. So I'll go and then apologize. And I don't look stupid for apologizing, because it was ignorantly done. But now if I do something to that person, and do it, then it's going to be some issues within me. And I'm not saying that something you just gonna have issues, like anything can happen when you misuse the power of God. Okay. And that's just anything, like I'm saying, unlimited. Okay. REM sleep behavior disorder. Okay, this is it. So REM sleep. Few things sound terrifying than waking up not being able to move. Okay, I did that one. So REM sleep is this is a parasomnia. Doctors say that they tend to worry about most. REM sleep behaviors disorder can cause you to act out your dreams in a way that could be harmful, according to AASM. You may kick to fend off an imaginary intruder and try to outrun a monster in your dream. Basically, do anything physical that might lead you to hurt yourself or your bed partner. Now, that's because there's a connection inside of you. And that REM sleep, so you go into different stages. When you sleep, you go into different stages of life, meditation, all of that stuff. You just gone. And if you astro projectioning and you don't know it, and you reaching, you could be in a you could be up there playing with somebody, in your thoughts, and then inside your some the person you with, you might just boom, you'll be done hit them so hard, but it's from within. But you don't know who you are from within. So since you don't know that you astral project at night, then you're not familiar with it. So you think it's a dream. And then you getting ready to hit the monster. And when you hit that monster, you're gonna hit your wife or you're gonna hit your husband. Boom. And that's what happened. It's not funny, but that's what happened because that's REM sleep. And you thinking you're in the spiritual world. So in the spiritual world, they have demons. Well, not demons, but like they call monsters, people that don't like you. Because the same person that's out here that don't like you, they in the spiritual world too. They may not know it. So if they don't like you and they see you here, they ain't gonna like you and see you there. But they're not gonna know they see you, but the inside gonna know. You see what I'm saying? So if they are evil and mean, then they're going to be evil and mean there too. So if they see in within that you're there, a lot of them try to keep you from getting there, from getting to know, like scare you. Sometimes you could be astral projecting, and you can hear something like bam. You can hear you can hear a noise, and it'll scare the out of you. But you have to know that's why you have the light, which is Jesus, the power of God. That's the light. Is a lamp unto your feet. Man, y'all better transform and listen. It's in that word, and the word has been so misconstrued that a lot of things were left out. So what you got to do is research. Don't just take that and say, "Oh, this is it." It's true, but it's been what they say. It's been I can't think of the word when somebody do something and they say they it, and then they put the same stuff in there. I forgot the word, but you know what I'm talking about. Um, so they took some stuff out and put some stuff in that's true, but they put it like they did it. I can't think of the word, but you know what I'm talking about. So some of the things were taken out and translated and all kind of stuff. Just like if you tell, just like what I'm saying now, and you'll go tell Chet, Ron was over there talking about somebody, God was in him or something. You just mix it all up. Don't even know what you're talking about. Not being mean, but you just saying what you thought. So everybody says what they think. So if I'm telling you it's from within, you're God from within. That's the power. But somebody go say, child, he was down there talking and doing, the little talk he do all the time, saying that he was God. That's what they do. And that's not what I'm saying. So you could take that, and that's what they did in the Bible that we read. They just took stuff, and you have to research. You got to research. That's why I say study to show yourself approved. Okay. And you show yourself by being the light within yourself, and your feet when you walk, that light inside, the feet inside will guide you. You'll see the light, which is what we call Jesus, and the feet on the inside will guide you in the right direction. But if you're out here you're gonna end up in a whole bunch of stuff. You'll be the one that say, child, he was up there talking about he was God. That's why I'm saying this, because some people could take this and they say, just play that little part. No, he ain't. And then I could hear back home, oh no. But yeah, but so I just want to let you all know. So this is all I'm talking about today. And I only speak when something happens, because I don't just get up here and just ramble and talk. It's gonna have to be something to come out of me that's gonna help to stick, so that you can actually research it yourself. Research from the inside yourself. And when you research on the inside of you, then that will lead you to the things on the outside to connect with others that have written things about the inside and put it in the words on the outside so you can understand what's going on. All right. I hope you got that, because I can't say it again. But that's it. I thank you all for listening, and make sure you all just check out the song I Am Free. It will be out on the 13th of August, and it'll be on radio, I think, well, when I complete it today, 30 days after that. So I'm just telling you the process, because I don't be trying to hide stuff from people. So if you are an artist, that's how it goes. So if you interested and you want your stuff out, it's going to be a price. I'll give you the price that they give me. But if you go to other places, you're going to get a price, and it's going to be a price. So it's best to, if I'm doing it, it got to be cheap. So I can get my stuff out. So I really appreciate you all. Thank you for listening. And just make sure that you just wake up, because I just told you what happened during your sleep. So just do your best to wake up from within, so you can see with your eye on the inside about what's going on the outside. And so you won't be confused, because you don't want to be confused. Start loving people. Start loving people on the outside. And if you've done something to somebody that you know that you've done, I'm not saying that somebody did something and you actually correcting them, an open rebuke. I'm talking about if you did something and you got into something and you were arguing with somebody and you said some things, just go and apologize to them. That's all. I'm doing it. And if anything pop up with me again, I'm going to do it again for somebody that I've said something wrong to. Because you just got to do it in order to move forward in life. Because if you don't, then all that karma is going to come back at you. All right. This is Ron Anthony. Thank you for listening. I love you guys. So make sure, remember, you are free. I am free. Just listen to the song. Okay. I'm working on a video too. So if you know somebody that does videos, please let me know. And you can just text me or put it in my, you know how to do all that stuff, because I need somebody to do a video. Okay. All right. Thank you. Love y'all. Until next time, this is Ron Anthony.